Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, October 9th. Well, a bit of an unstable look to the atmosphere this morning in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Some low and mid-level clouds already early this morning, indicating there is some instability in the atmosphere. Indeed, a strong cool front is approaching the region, and it looks like our recent dry spell will come to an end later on today into the early part of tonight with some occasional showers and perhaps even a gusty, brief thunderstorm or two, again, later on this afternoon into the early part of tonight. That cool front does, in fact, push off the East Coast by early tomorrow, paving the way for a decent but quite cool weekend here in the Mid-Atlantic region. In fact, temperatures late tomorrow night, early Sunday morning should drop to the lowest levels of the season so far, with low temperatures in many suburban locations by early Sunday morning, not far from 40 degrees. Well, let's take a look at a 24-hour temperature change map from the Penn State eWall site. First of all, lots of plus values here. Warmer this time today compared to 24 hours ago in the Mid-Atlantic region. But look here in the northern plains, lots of negative numbers here. Some 15, even 20 degrees. Right here, 20 degrees cooler this morning compared to yesterday morning. Here is the cool air mass. Today will be warm here in this region. In fact, afternoon high temperatures should go way up in the 70s in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Perhaps even a few locations could touch the 80-degree mark. So warmer today compared to normal here in the east, but colder in the northern plains. And that cold shot for this time of the year is moving east and will be much cooler on Saturday and Sunday. Well, here's the latest surface map. First of all, ahead of the cool front, we have southwesterly flow of pretty warm and increasingly humid air today. Again, way up in the 70s later on this afternoon. And here's the cool front cutting across the Ohio Valley, and high pressure behind it will push in for the weekend here in the I-95 corridor along the East Coast. Temperatures this afternoon anywhere from perhaps 75 to even 80 degrees for highs, but probably in the 60 to 65 degree range tomorrow. And again, tomorrow night, early Sunday morning, looks like we'll drop to the coolest temperatures so far this season, with low temperatures in many suburban locations not far from 40 degrees by early Sunday morning. Well, here's the current radar loop. Not all that much activity right now. A few scattered showers are starting to form here across central Pennsylvania and out across northern Ohio. There's where the cold frontal system is, and this area should expand over the next few hours. Does not look like a significant rain event, certainly nothing like what we experienced a week ago with the tropical moisture, but nonetheless, it should break our recent dry spell. Occasional showers this afternoon into the early evening, perhaps even a brief gusty thunderstorm or two later on this afternoon that could contain some decent gusty winds up to 30, 35 miles per hour or so. All in all, not a significant rain event. I expect all areas up and down the I-95 corridor to get perhaps a quarter of an inch, at most a half an inch out of this frontal system, and all of that pushes off the East Coast by early Saturday. Well, let's take a walk through this frontal system, the passage of this cool frontal system using last night's 0Z GFS model run. We'll look at 6-hour increments, surface forecast maps. This is for early this afternoon. By this time, there will be low pressure up across northern New England and a frontal system headed right to the I-95 corridor. Again, this is for early this afternoon. Some precipitation depicted here by the GFS with the light greens. Again, not a significant rain event. Let's now jump ahead 6 hours. And here we go by 7 or 8 p.m. this evening. That frontal system right along the East Coast, again with some showers and perhaps an embedded gusty thunderstorm. That should be brief. If anybody gets hit this afternoon with a thunderstorm, it should be a brief one. Notice strong high pressure moving into the Ohio Valley later on today into tonight, and that high pressure system will control our weather this weekend. Let's now jump ahead another 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for late tonight, a couple hours after midnight. That cold frontal system already pushing off the East Coast. Most of the precipitation by this time is south and east of the I-95 corridor. High pressure pushing in. By the way, there is a meteor shower that could produce a few meteors later on tonight after the skies clear, probably after midnight or so. So if anyone's up after midnight before early morning sunrise, it could be a couple of meteors from a meteor shower that produced some last night and will again this evening. Well, finally, here's a forecast map for tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. High pressure by this time moves all the way into the New England area and dominates our weather picture right through the weekend. Again, a decent weekend, but quite a cool weekend, and the coolest temperature so far will occur late tomorrow night, early Sunday morning, with some low temperatures near the 40-degree mark in suburban locations. Again, a cool weekend following quite a warm day to close out the work week on Friday, just ahead of that strong, cool frontal system. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.